area's only primetime local newscast. Fox 55 News, first at 10.
Tonight on Fox 55 News, COVID cases in Northeast Indiana are finally starting to drop. What those numbers look like and if things may be able to return to normal soon. But one thing that isn't coming to an end is supply chain issues in the fort, and it's affecting the meat industry in particular. We'll tell you why you may be paying more for those steaks. And local artists and students at St. Francis looking to shine a light on racism in Northeast Indiana. We'll tell you what they were looking to accomplish. Fox 55 News starts right now. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Chris Malooly. Tonight, a man is in jail after police say he set his garage on fire on the north side of Fort Wayne. We were able to get this video right here of officers taking 61-year-old William Doak of Fort Wayne into a squad car. That was late last night. He is charged with arson and criminal recklessness. Deputies say when they arrived to the scene, someone in the house pointed at Doak, saying he started the fire. That's when he ran out of the house. A deputy K-9 was able to finally catch him about a half-mile from his home. His bond currently set at $10,000. That incident remains under investigation. And another Fort Wayne man is in jail tonight after being involved in a series of armed robberies in 2018. 27-year-old William Washington pled guilty to robbery affecting commerce and use of a firearm during a crime of violence. He's facing more than 12 years in prison, followed by 3 years of supervised release. Case documents from that case say Washington and another man robbed several gas stations in January of 2018. No more than a few $100s were taken in each of those robberies. Well, switching to weather, a little bit of a gloomy and colder day today, but meteorologist Beverly Perry says it's about to get even colder. Good news, right, Beverly? No,
yes and no. We have a little bit of a roller coaster heading our way. We're going to warm things up and then really cool things down. Now, I'm tracking a system that is back off to our northwest. This is going to be bringing us a little bit of rain and snow. This is going to be for our Friday. You can see across portions of Iowa, as well as actually Wisconsin and even Minnesota right now. So all is quiet across our neck of the woods. This stuff is not supposed to move in until after midnight tonight. In the meantime, temperatures are in about the mid to upper 20s, 27 in Fort Wayne. We have 30 in Auburn, and temperatures will warm as we progress through the overnight hours. So as you get ready for the bus stop, temperatures will be in the mid-30s, but we're going to be dealing with a slushy snow and rain. I'll talk a little bit more about that as well as timing in a few minutes.
The number of COVID cases is decreasing across the country and including here in Northeast Indiana. But what does that mean moving forward? Fox 55's Kelsey Mannix spoke to a local health official today about this and is live in the studio with more. Kelsey.
That's right, Chris. As you mentioned, COVID cases have gone down and the numbers clearly show it. If you remember, in January, we had a few days with over 1,000 cases in Allen County. But recently, we've seen days with numbers in the double digits. I spoke to Huntington County's health officer today, who says his county has also seen a decrease in numbers, and he's relieved to be on the other side of the Omicron surge.
This is what we expected to happen.
Dr. Matt Flieger in Huntington County says we are now on the other side of the Omicron surge, and this graph of cases in Indiana shows it, a steep incline and a steep drop-off for the 7-day case average. Lynn Davis says even though she still went about her life as normal during the surge, she sees the decline as a positive thing.
Very good thing, yes, it is. I hope it will ease a lot of other people's minds.
Flieger says the number of hospitalizations and deaths with Omicron were not as drastic as they were with the Delta variant, and as a health professional, he says it's a welcome change.
Those things makes us go, awesome. And so I think, yes, we're moving to this next stage of our response.
Which he says involves looking at taking protective measures on a case-by-case basis.
We're at that stage where a person can start to make these kind of individual decisions as to what they need to do to help keep themselves safe and to keep other people safe.
For example, he says in close quarters, especially for those who are high risk, it's a good idea to wear a mask. And it's especially important to wear a mask anywhere if you have cold symptoms.
Because it's a airborne droplet spread virus that spreads through coughing, sneezing.
And for that reason as well, he says we shouldn't have to worry about another surge until fall or winter. But now, Flieger says evaluating each situation is the way to go instead of
blanket statements that we've had to say over the past couple of years because there's just been so much infection in our population and trying to control that spread.
And coming up in our next half hour, we'll have more from Flieger about what else health experts will be watching for over the next few months. Reporting live in the studio, I'm Kelsey Mannix, Fox 55 News.
Now looking at some of those COVID cases in the state of Indiana, 2,969 new positive cases and 30 COVID deaths today. That total now at 21,191, while the 7-day positivity rate is at 19.4%. An art show at the University of St. Francis is shining a light on racism. All of these artists are local high school students, and Fox 55's Drew Fry explains what they hope to accomplish.
The message of tonight is empathy and understanding. Every piece of artwork on display here tonight comes from a student at New Tech Academy at Wayne, wanting to share their experiences and their perspectives, as well as the experiences of some of those unheard groups. Now, this show coming during Black History Month is certainly not lost on them. The name of tonight's show is the Say Their Names Anti-Racism Art Exhibit. Students designed posters, clothing, music, and more to display in the St. Francis Auditorium. This project originated as a way to make sure no voices and stories go unshared. New Tech teacher Bob Haddad says this project has led to some impressive displays of talent and some impactful discussions.
It gives them the why for why do we care about government? Why should we care about the way society runs? And what's our place, what's our role in it, and shaping the world?
Haddad says the show would not have been possible without the logistical help of St. Francis University and without input from Fort Wayne's Changemakers group. Tonight's show was a one-night event, and students are more than welcome to take their artwork home with them. But Haddad hopes that this isn't the last time that they're able to display some of their artwork. Meanwhile, he's also hoping to put together a similar project for next year. Reporting in Fort Wayne, I'm Drew Fry, Fox 55 News.
And if you feel like your dollars are being stretched a little too thin lately, you're not alone. Inflation rates in the Midwest are rising consistently, and the trend isn't slowing down. It's even affecting the meat industry in Northeast Indiana. Fox 55's Brianna Bias talked to a local researcher about how much longer those high prices will last.
If you're planning to grill up some meat for the Super Bowl this weekend, prepare to shell out more money than you did last year. Paul Jamison with Jamison Meat says he expects a lot of customers this weekend because of both the Super Bowl and Valentine's Day.
We definitely sell more wings and burgers and all kinds of fun items for the Super Bowl.
And while they're ready for the influx of business, he says keeping food in stock hasn't been easy.
Inflation has definitely gripped our business as we're one of the first. People traditionally meat food are one of the first sources of inflation, so it's been about a year, but it's definitely taken hold.
And even though he says he's still got everything his customers are looking for, the biggest place they're going to start seeing a difference is on the price tag.
For me, it's hard to raise prices because you're always afraid somebody will go somewhere else. There's lots of competition out there. But in the end, you have to be able to stay in business.
And he's not alone. Rachel Blakeman with Purdue Fort Wayne's Community Research Institute says many food-at-home businesses in the area have had to raise prices about 8.5%.
When we first started seeing this, economists were optimistic and hopeful that this was going to be short-lived, that this was just temporary supply chain issues. Unfortunately, this has endured a little longer than we had expected.
And the steady incline in prices isn't over yet.
We can anticipate that this is going to, though, continue for some length of time, as in like the next few months.
But until supplies become less expensive, Jamison says he's going to try to keep prices as low as possible.
We're just hoping to get all of the supplies that we need so that if they come into our stores, then we'll have plenty of product for them.
In Fort Wayne, I'm Brianna Bias, Fox 55 News.
And if you're planning on going out on Valentine's Day, Blakeman says restaurant prices are rising 0.7% faster in the Midwest than in other areas of the country. The riverfront and Promenade Park in Fort Wayne has its anchor tenant named. City officials announcing Swiss Re's Fort Wayne office is moving to the development by the end of the year. That Swiss-based company will invest $4.9 million in its space by the end of 2029. The riverfront project is expected to be complete by December. It'll have more than 200 apartments, 45,000 square feet of commercial space, and a 900-space parking garage. That desperately needed in downtown Fort Wayne. Steel Dynamics Incorporated is hiring 200 new employees for its Northeast Indiana locations. Those locations are in Fort Wayne, Butler, New Haven, Columbia City, and more. If you're looking to apply, a link to submit your resume and more information on the company is on this story on our website, WFFT.com. Tonight, an Indiana bill that would ban transgender girls from competing in girls' school sports fueled strong debate. The proposal would apply to grades kindergarten through 12 at private and public schools in the state. Transgender rights supporters gathered at the State House to urge some of those lawmakers to stop the bill. A Senate committee, you see some of those right there that were at the State House. A Senate committee heard testimony during the nearly 3-hour meeting that was held.
It's hard to be at school when you're a transgender student. Kids are thinking about this.
The bill cleared the House last month and no official vote was taken on Wednesday. Still to come, the Fort Wayne Boat Show is back in the city. We'll show you what's going on at that event this weekend. Plus, U.S. inflation numbers are out. We're going to tell you what those numbers are showing and why they're worse than economists thought. And later, protests over COVID mandates continue, and it may affect the big game this Sunday. We've got that and more. Stick around.
Broke down, been in a wreck, cost more to fix your car than it's worth? Call Tammy's Auto Recycling and get cash fast for your vehicle. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. Tammy's Auto Recycling, 246-2468.
Menards is your complete bathroom headquarters. Lyons has what you need to give your bathroom a fresh, updated look. Shop the largest selection of bathtubs and showers, including over 200 showers, bathtubs, and surrounds from Lyons to fit your style. Start your next project today and save big on all Lyons bath and shower products. Find these and other great deals going on now during Menards Race to Saving Sale.
Save big money at Menards. If you own a house and you want to sell it fast, call 260-333-1800. Cash for Homes can pay cash and close in as little as 3 days. Cash for Homes buys houses in any condition, in any price range, in any location. Call 260-333-1800.
Yeah, a win feels good. But you know what feels better? A BetMGM win. Hitting overs, hitting unders, covering those spreads. Woo! That's how we do, baby. Now hold on a second. Now you're winning with the king of sportsbooks. Let's go.
Finances in a wreck? Everyone else is getting a bailout. Now is the time to bail yourself out. Use your tax refund check to file bankruptcy. Now is the time for a fresh start. Call Jeff Arnold toll-free at 1-888-600-LAWS or locally at 420-9600.
My favorite part of working at Windows, Doors & More is working with the customers. Sometimes they come in knowing exactly what they want. Other times they have a dream but lack direction. I treat our customers as friends and guide them through the entire process. From concept to completion, I'm there to help. For me, that's the more in Windows, Doors & More. It's the care we put into the work we do for our customers. Call or come in today to see how we can turn your dream into reality.
Windows, Doors & More.
Flash. Flash. Flash.
Flash. Flash. Flash.
Welcome to Flash. Premieres Thursday, March 17th on Fox.
I'm not crazy.
Broke down, been in a wreck, cost more to fix your car than it's worth? Call Tammy's Auto Recycling and get cash fast for your vehicle. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. Tammy's Auto Recycling, 246-2468.
The Fort Wayne Boat Show is back on after canceling last year's show due to the COVID-19 pandemic. That show has 60 exhibitors at the Allen County War Memorial Coliseum this year, including 20 from Indiana and Michigan. Boats will be available to purchase there if you're so inclined, and the show even has some prizes and giveaways each day. Executive Director Tracy Sweeney says it's a great event for the whole family to go to.
Whenever you come in, we have prizes for the kids. On Sunday, we're giving away sunglasses to the first 500 people. The kids love that. We have a DNR class that's directed towards kids on Saturday so they can learn boater safety. That's completely free. And the kids get to sit on the boats, get on the boats. The kids love it here.
An action-packed couple of days. That show opened tomorrow afternoon from 3 until 8, Saturday from 11 until 8, and then Sunday from 11 to 3. Admission $10 for everyone, but kids 12 and under